hung wrong and zinc failed. Not because it's zinc. I have two of these to do. I already prepped the one way over there, and I'm making this video to kind of prep the second one. What happened was that whoever had made these things, they put the hangers on the back. Okay, that's one thing, but they put it away from the corner. See, this is how it peeled up on the back. Now this is totally out of lead, so there's a considerable amount of weight hanging on these two hangers on both sides, and it failed because the hanger should have been right dead nut here on the corner. Okay, so this zinc would have taken the weight. Now after, I think they said these were hanging in their windows for 20 years, it started to peel slowly. Okay, you can see this? Alright, now, the easy fix, because I'm going to be putting these into a wood frame. Okay, so I'm not putting the hangers back on there, though I will melt the solder off to salvage it. And they actually didn't just put the hangers on there, they had actually drilled a hole into the zinc, put it on there, and then soldered the crap out of it. But something I wanted to show and something I wanted to explain, that when I have to do repairs like this, I use, this is a Dremel, okay, a rotary tool with a metal blade on it, okay, and when you have to cut, like I'm going to cut this off here, I marked it here, and I marked it here, I'm going to cut through, and I also have to cut through the lead to get it off of the zinc. Now when you do this, and you're using one of these Dremels, you cut almost down to the glass. It takes a little practice. You don't want to hit the glass with the blade because it'll score the glass and that'll make it break. So it could break in, or it just could take a big honking chip out. But ask how that could work. Well, here we go. It's kind of noisy, so excuse me. See, and I'm just making an initial cut on both sides. I have to do this in the same place on both sides. Now, I know I said you cut almost through. You can finish off the cut with a blade. It's a lot safer. So, I know some of you go, well, why don't you just do a straight splice? Well, I'm putting this into a frame, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to hide the splice if I make it at an angle. And if it was going to be load bearing again, I would want it to be stronger. So that's why I'm making these angle splices here. Okay, finish the cut off with a blade. Finish the cut off with a blade. Finish the cut with the blade. Now, I'm going to turn this over so you can see what I mean by it's peeling. Okay? Let me turn this over. See? This is why, make sure this is in frame. Okay. Yeah. this is why you put hangers in the corners. You don't put them out here in the middle. Okay, that's just incorrect. So I didn't get that marked on this side. So I need to. Okay. That's a miter, so we know where that's at. This is a miter, so we know where that's at. See? You see how it's peeled up? And in some cases, it's actually, you know, I can't harp on this enough. There's too often, when you're soldering the zinc, there's a difference between getting it to stick to the zinc and having it be soldered to the zinc. There's places here where it just broke free. There's a couple places here where it really wasn't soldered to the zinc. It stuck, but it wasn't soldered to. So, try this again. Peeling off because it wasn't in the corners. He could have used screw eyes. Like I do when I'm using zinc. You know, when I put hangers on zinc in corners, I'll drill a hole into the dead space, and then I will tin a screw eye. Okay, and screw it into that hole that I drilled in the zinc. See, look at that, come right off. See? That's what I mean about it peeling. See that? All of the weight after 20 years, which was pretty good, okay, it still started to peel. So yeah, are we replacing this with a new piece, right? Solder it on, get it to match the patina as best I can. Okay, that's almost right on the money right there. I have to trim it down just a hair, but you see, that's the idea. That's why you do that. Hangers in the corners. Like I said, in my case, I would have drilled a hole through here. There's a big honking dead space. Of course, that's full of solder, but that's the idea. There's a dead space in there. I can drill a hole through. I can put a long ass screw eye. I can tin it, soak it, let the solder soak down in there, solder it on the top all the way around, and then stuff like this doesn't happen. Hangers in the wrong spot. Because of that, the zinc failed. So, thank you. God bless. And have a good day. Bye-bye.